Welcome to Access Episode 70, the show that dunks you face first into a pool of PlayStation wonder. Hold your breath for this lot. We take a peek behind the papier-mâché scenes at tearaway developer Media Molecule in Access All Areas, channel our inner 10-year-old as we sift through a load of lovely PS3 goodies, and wish a very happy first birthday to PlayStation Vita. But before all that, don your racing leathers and get that restart button primed. Our game of the week is Urban Trial Freestyle.
If, like me, you think an urban trial might involve one Colonel Mustard in the bathroom with the novelty banana, then my friends, you are missing out on one of the best games on PlayStation Vita and PS3 in recent times. And I'm not even joking.
Urban Trial Freestyle. It's a game you know already, right? Take control of a nameless daredevil.
Let's call him Rob. Ooh, sorry, Rob.
And get him and his bike from A to B. Except it's so much more than that. The levels are divided into two types, stunt and time attack. In stunt mode, your aim is to score as many points as possible by performing stunts at specific points throughout the level. The highest jump, the fastest speed, the greatest flip rotation. Whatever the stunt, nail it for a hefty points boost and massive bragging rights.
540 degrees, mate. Cheers.
Luckily, you don't have to phone your mates to let them know who's boss, as billboards the size of your ego plaster your noble features by each stunt you've owned, or your mates' ugly mugs if they've somehow cheated into the lead.
Hello? 542. Mother flipper.
In time attack, you're up against the clock. At least that's what I'd like to say because it sounds cool, but it's not true. You're up against yourself, or your friends, or your postman, but basically anyone you can coax into spending the remainder of their life playing this game with you. And it will take the remainder of their life, and yours, because Urban Trial Freestyle is the epitome of just one more go gaming. As soon as your thumb has learnt select means instant restart on PS3, there's no way out until you've nailed the jump, stuck the landing, found the angle. In fact, it's so good at this, it should come with the following warning.
Dave, your great-grandson is on the hoverphone. Also, 544!
I can't believe you've done this!
Everything I've mentioned so far is made possible by the brilliant handling. Your bike moves and reacts predictably so that you always know why you went wrong and how to fix it. And if you're still at a loss how to shave the milliseconds, study the ghosts of your rivals to see how they've done it. Surely one of the best features. There's no such thing as luck in this game, only skill. And anyone who says otherwise is a sore loser. And there's still so much I haven't mentioned. Tuning your bike to suit the level, collectible money bags, custom appearances, challenge modes that are just fun excuses for yet more glorious competition.
And that's the secret to Urban Trial Freestyle. Unrivaled, fair competition. Whether you're swapping PS Vitas on the train or pads on the sofa, the open mouth competition will keep you coming back again and again and loving it.
Both the PS3 and PS Vita versions are must-haves. Out on the store now, thank the Lord, and come as highly recommended as
548! Bow to your god!
Time for an update on everything PlayStation Now in this week's briefing. If you're watching on Wednesday the 20th, then what you really want to hear about is the mysterious PlayStation business update taking place in New York later today. Sign up at eu.playstation.com for email updates or head over to our Facebook page to join the discussion and to find out the best place to stream the event live. Bad news, terrorists! Splinter Cell Blacklist is definitely a thing that's happening, and it's definitely going to involve a new voice for back-in-business spy Sam Fisher, as well as something called Killing in Motion, which looks like this. We travelled to Paris to ask a man from Toronto all about it.
We knew that one of our biggest challenges with Blacklist was going to be just the scale of it, the scope of it. So for us, what we did is we looked at kind of three main profiles of player. There's the traditional ghost player, never detected, never kills anybody. The other end of the spectrum, you have somebody who's all about the direct action approach. They're going in hard with weapons, with gadgets.
And then if you want to go somewhere in the middle where you're kind of, you're springing out from the shadows and taking your prey before kind of disappearing again, then you can do that as well. So the most important thing was to try and unify those different play styles.
And just in case that didn't didn't take care of all your shooting needs, quietly becoming one of our most anticipated games of 2013 is Fuse, from Resistance and Ratchet & Clank creators Insomniac. We recently spoke to studio boss Ted Price about the game.
With Fuse, what we found was in our earliest incarnations, we weren't getting the kind of punch we wanted from our weapons. And so we went back to the drawing board and started just amping them up and making them much more over the top. And at the same time, we moved towards a slightly darker tone with drier humor. And it started all working together much better.
Thanks, Teddy. Can we call you Teddy? OK then. That's all from Briefing. We'll be back with more next week. Digital pennies at the ready, kids. It's time for a look at the best of what's on the store. What we like about fresh DLC, The Tyranny of King Washington, is that it decides to ignore all the important events of Assassin's Creed 3, and indeed history itself, in favour of cool stuff happening. Specifically, George Washington turning into a power-crazed monarch, and Connor, who in this alternative timeline never became an assassin, sticking a hatchet in his face. Episode 1, The Tyranny, is out today, with 2 more to follow in the next few weeks. And the DLC excitement train doesn't stop there. As of today, 2 of the long-awaited additional Elder Scrolls chapters are available to UK Skyrimmers. Dragonborn is a quest to the island of Solstheim to find the Dragon Priest Mirak, while the arrival of Hearthfire means we can finally build that secluded woodland getaway we've been dreaming of, as well as adopting a child and hiring a personal bard. Oh yes. Finally this week, if turning invisible and shooting aliens with a bloody great bow like a sci-fi Rambo is more your thing, then prepare for a big Friday, when Crysis 3 will be available to download from the store in all its fabulous nanotech unitard entirety. Go on, jump in the air and fire an arrow in someone's neck. You know you want to. We'll have more from the store next time. For this week's bonus level, we stole behind the scenes at this merchandise-themed photo shoot for the official PlayStation magazine. Idiots. They didn't even notice when we got our camera out and started filming everything. We then suggested they all went and had a coffee break, which gave us the perfect chance to mess up their set and start playing with all the toys.
Got an Assassin's Creed style hidden blade. Here's a cool thing. An umbrella. Umbrella. I think it's just like an ornamental thing that you wear, though I don't think the actual blade. They say it's bad luck to open an umbrella indoors, but I don't see what can really go wrong. Continuing the theme of really cool wrist paraphernalia is this Bioshock Infinite Skyhook. Grand Theft Auto 4 pool cue, so you can pretend to be Nico Bellic playing pool. What's that, Snake? I know, he's a complete idiot, isn't he? Supposedly clips onto roller coasters. Let's take it down to Alton Towers and give it a go. No, I don't know why he's in the game either. Royden, hello, we were just talking about you.
Figures. Thanks to official PlayStation magazine for the toys, we'll give them back eventually, and you can read all about how to grab yourself goodies like these in issue 81 of the mag, which is on sale now. Arty things, paper elks, a dog eating sandwiches. Yes, we're at the offices of Little Big Planet creators Medium Molecule to marvel at all the amazing stuff they've got tucked away in their studio. And for a first look at PS Vita exclusive platformer Tearaway, of course, the game that lets you stick your own fingers inside the handheld, not literally because you'd break it, and fiddle with the world inside. Here's lead designer Rex Crowell to tell us more, while we try to contain our excitement by crafting an elk of our own. Lovely.
We just get very, very hands-on and involved in everything we make. Really like to leave our mark on it. We're a very small studio, so everyone puts a lot of personality into what they're creating.
Hang on, Rex, hang on. Your dog's back. OK, carry on.
The tactile element of being able to make a really papery world with loads of subtle and dramatic interactions.
Who's a good boy? Come on.
Also the fact that we've got the twin sticks and the buttons, we can have a proper really kind of quite hardcore adventure as well in there as well.
Yummy. Oh, thanks Rex. We'll have loads more on the arty delights of Tearaway before it's released on PlayStation Vita later this year. Before we go, I believe there's just one more piece of business we need to attend to. Guys?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, PlayStation Vita. Happy birthday to you.
Happy first birthday, PlayStation Vita. Sadly, we'll have to eat your cake for you because you don't have a mouth. See you next week.